Hi, my name is Sunday. In this video, I'll be talking about the announcement that the Nigerian government is about to announce concerning the easing of the next phase of the lockdown. How they are going to start easing things, releasing things, and relaxing things. So the different sectors that they are going to start opening from the next phase of the lockdown. So they have started looking into it. So the things or the places that they are going to start is how the movement is going to be, the restrictions from one city to the other, and even the opening of schools and others. So, but first, if you know you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do subscribe and click the notification bell. So whenever I upload any new videos or information, you will know. Now, let's get started. The Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 has disclosed that the next line of action regarding the easing of lockdown will be disclosed on Tuesday. The next line of action, how they are going to do things, how things are going to look like in the next phase. So now they have started discussing about it, but on Tuesday they are going to disclose it, meaning they are going to announce it publicly on Tuesday for all Nigerians to know. So it says Mustafa, the Secretary of the Government of the Federation and the Chairman of the Task Force, stated this after meeting with President Muhammadu Buhari. Buhari had on June 1st lifted the ban on religious gathering. He lifted our president, which is President Buhari. He lifted a ban on religious gathering on churches, mosques, and others across Nigeria, but said schools should remain closed. So when he first lifted the bans on churches, he lifted the bans on mosques and on other religious gatherings, but schools remained closed. He said schools should remain closed. So schools might be included in some of the sectors that are going to start opening from the next phase. Say tomorrow, Tuesday, June 30th, we make it 1 month since Buhari made the decision. So tomorrow we make it a month since Buhari made the decision, and tomorrow, which is on Tuesday, they are also going to make another decision regarding how the next phase is going to be. But Bashir Ahmed, the personal assistant of media to Buhari, said in his tweets on Twitter feed, said that members of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 pandemic led by the SGF, Boss Mustafa briefed president. So he's talking about the briefing, how the meeting went. So the meeting that I've said that they discussed on Monday, how they are going to release the news on Tuesday. So these are all the tweets he tweeted. He says, today is the last day of Nigeria's phase 2 of the eased lockdown. Members of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 briefed and submitted their recommendations to the president for approval. The next lines of action will be announced tomorrow. Now, the next line of action, what they are going to say or what they are going to do, how the lockdown is going to be, how the next phase is going to be, how the easing, things that they are going to ease is going to be, how the things are going to be. So he said they are going to announce tomorrow, but we have started seeing the announcement already. So he continued tweeting, President, that is Buhari, has approved the reopening of schools only for students in graduating classes, that's primary 6, JSS3 and SS3, to allow them prepare for examinations. So that is what is going to happen in the next phase of the lockdown. So the president has approved the reopening of schools, but for only students in the graduating class. That's those ones in primary 6, the one at the primary 6 that are doing their primary 6 final year exams, then the one in JSS3 that are doing their junior WAEC. So those ones, and also the one in SS3 that are also doing their final year exams. So it's only those group of people that the schools are resuming for. It's only those group of people that are to start going to school. Those ones from primary 1 to 5, no. Those ones from JSS1 to JS2, no. Those ones from SS1 to SS2, no. Only those ones in the final year are to resume school when the next phase starts. So still on the tweet, it says, based on the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 recommendation, the Presidential Task Force they have given to President, it says the federal government has lifted the interstate lockdown with effect from July 1st, 2020. So the interstate lockdown, that is lockdown between states. So now the federal government has lifted it, meaning one can travel now from one state to the other from July 1st, 2020. So the federal government has lifted the interstate lockdown, has lifted the lockdown between states. So now people cannot travel from one state to another, but from July 1st, 2020. So that's what I say. Movement only outside coffee hours. So it says, note, permission of movement across state borders only outside coffee hours. Coffee hours 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. with effect from July 1st, 2020. Although there is movement, but they are still going to time restriction. Time restriction. So only 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So that's what I'm saying, with effect from July 1st, 2020. So that is the coffee hour. The coffee hours is 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So from 10 p.m. in the night to 4 a.m. in the early morning, there's going to be no movement. So movement is only going to take place outside that hours. So that's what it's trying to say. So lastly, concerning the secondary schools, it says, note, secondary and tertiary schools, public and private schools, to remain closed. So all schools are still to remain closed in a section of those ones that are doing their final year exams, primary 6, then those ones in JSS 3 that are doing their JSS 3 final year exam, then also SS 3 that are also doing their final year exam. Only those ones are allowed to go back to school. Others are still to remain indoors, remain in lockdown. So until further announcement by the authorities. So until further announcement before schools can begin to resume together. So these are some of the things that they are going to announce on Tuesday publicly. He had just tweeted it out, but these are the things that they are going to announce tomorrow when they make their official announcement to the general public. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment, and also share it to others as well. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification bell whenever you subscribe, so that whenever I upload any new videos or information, you will know. Thank you and God bless you. Bye.